Recording artist, meanwhile, Taylor Swift reportedly once considered a career in finance. My next guest says Swift's positive attitude would be a breath of fresh air in an industry that has young investors lacking confidence. Joining me now is Sun Group founding partner and managing director, Winnie Sun. Winnie, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Marie. Nice to be here.
So, okay, first I got to get over the fact that Taylor Swift first wanted to go into finance. Let's see. Finance superstar. Good choice.
Yeah, when she was 8, Taylor. When she was like 8 years old.
Yeah.
She started
really good idea. What are millennials doing with their money?
They are obviously investing in things that they know and they love. So there are things like technology, eco-friendly companies like Tesla. They want to buy just in that segment that they feel is very transparent.
Is that what you're doing? You're a millennial, Eliana?
I wish I was as savvy enough to invest in things like Facebook and Tesla. I should take a page out of Taylor Swift's book and get on that.
So wait, but seriously, I mean, millennials today. We all talk about how millennials are spending their money, and I always am left with the question: is how do you expect millennials to have any money? We were talking about people that were born between 1980. Well, I mean, it's obvious nobody has any money at that age. So. What do you say?
Who are these people?
Well, you know, the range is actually pretty broad. It's from 18 to 34. So on the older end of the spectrum, a lot of them now are dual income. They're married. They might have kids even. So, you know, it just depends on where on the scale you are. So not everyone is struggling. We did, actually, in our study that we did called the Millennial Study, we actually found that a lot of millennials do have an interest in investing. They're just smaller amounts.
David, this has to be a group that you want to go after.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I have trouble speaking millennial because my children are older than millennials, so I don't know how to speak the language.
You got to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and you're London, they talk like
is that a millennial?
Like, oh my God.
Eliana, are you getting insulted by this? Eliana happens to speak incredibly articulate every time I speak with her.
I'm living at home.
I hate to put it on you.
I'll speak, I know.
I hate to put it on you.
Serious question. Does robo reach millennials? High-tech investing reach millennials in small amounts? Do they gravitate to that? Is that where this is going?
It could be. Millennials actually do prefer things that are easy to access, right? And in our study, it's interesting because most people think, first off, they don't want to invest, and they don't want to invest with an advisor. And actually, my results, we're still in the middle of the survey, but my results actually show that they do want to work with an advisor. They do want to invest. They just don't feel that they have the financial needs yet. So it's just a matter of time.
So here we are ending a tough quarter, down 9% in the major averages. How do millennials differ coming off of a quarter like this than sort of older investors? Is there a different mentality when you're coming off of such a tough quarter? Do you want to buy into it or sell it?
Absolutely. Those that do want to invest absolutely are investing. In fact, we found when the most recent dip, millennials outpaced boomers from investing by a pretty large percentage. So they are looking at everything long term, and they feel like companies like Apple and Facebook and Google, these are companies they know well and they love, and there's no reason to hesitate.
So No, I was just going to say, because they've been living, a lot of people living at home. Like, it was a crisis. You get out of college, you have all this debt, and then you can't find work or you can't find a high-paying job. You stay at home, but that gives you a lot of disposable income. And if they're willing to invest at least some of it, it's hugely positive.
Well, as somebody not living at home, but I'm a huge outsourcer. I agree with working with an advisor. I just want an expert to handle everything, but I think that also means I know far less about the specific details, but I just want to know an expert's handling it.
That's beautiful.
So would you say that's apropos for the millennial generation? They want someone helping them? Because there was a time, as I know you know, David, that, you know, people were empowered to make their own financial decisions. You're saying something very different.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. There's still a percentage that really does prefer things like investing with these new apps or doing it themselves. But generally speaking, we found that most millennials really feel that they're like entrepreneurial. So they want to start businesses like they see with Mark Zuckerberg and everybody else. So they do want someone to help them as they become more successful.
Does it take the tech divide and bridging it to bring a millennial into a conversation rather than a text with an old advisor who might be able to help you? You can talk to me after the show. I mean, is that what it takes? How do we bridge the communication difference?
Send me a Snapchat and we'll talk about it.
Exactly. I just want the people who are chin deep or even eyeball deep in fantasy sports, and they're playing it every day to get interested in investing, because it's just as easy and it's the same thing. Stocks are no different than your football players.
Yeah, you don't want to leave any money on the table. Winnie, good to see you. Thank you so much. Winnie Sun there.